It is 6:41, and in the days following the death of the loved one, the family many times find themselves overwhelmed, trying to deal with grief, but also the financial arrangements that have to be handled.
As 2 News Oklahoma problem solver Pete Knutson found out, if it's a COVID death, it can be even more traumatic and confusing.
On a sofa in her living room, a grief-stricken, heartbroken mom mourns the death of her son.
My son was about to finish his welding degree, and he was so looking forward to, his bright future, and now it's ended.
Raquel Valladolid surrounds herself with mementos and photos of her dear son, Joseph. Memories so dramatically different from those as he laid in the hospital, suffering from COVID in intensive care.
We were all very hopeful that he was going to pull through, and so was his doctor. And then he made a turn for the worse, and I'm so sorry. He needed to be put on oxygen, and he needed to be put in the ICU, and then he was intubated, and after that he didn't make it. He passed away on the 27th.
Joseph was 29 years old when he died, would have celebrated his 30th birthday on the 7th of this month. Now, his family celebrates Joseph's life as they grieve his death.
He was always a very happy-go-lucky child.
Even as he became an adult, Raquel remembers, always giving, always helping, even coaching his nieces and nephews. No challenge was too big to overcome for Joseph, his family says, until the challenge was COVID.
I honestly haven't been able to wrap my head around getting things done as much as I really want to. It's just very difficult.
Paying for the $8,000 funeral is especially difficult. Only adds to the emotional pain, Raquel says, as she struggles day to day just to make ends meet. She believes the federal government may be able to help, but where to begin, she wondered and worried.
It's very confusing and hard to cope and deal with.
After getting in touch with the problem solvers, Joseph's family found out how to apply for help through FEMA, which will pay for funerals for COVID victims. As they go through the process, Raquel says they want to share their story so other families, heaven forbid, won't be confused as they cope.
My son is one of the lucky ones that didn't have to pass away from COVID alone. So many people have suffered with COVID alone in the hospital, and they've ended their life alone in the hospital.
But not Joseph. His family was gathered by his side. His mom, able to lovingly hold her son's hand for the final time, as his huge heart, the one that gave so much, finally had no more to give. Pete Knutson, 2 News Oklahoma, Problem Solvers.